welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. We just got in one of my most anticipated roll and writes.
Three Sisters.
Three Sisters. This is going to be coming from the same designer of Fleet the Dice game and published by, I always forget this title, Motor City Gameworks, but also in collaboration with 25th Century Games, which is a company that I'm a fan of. So, in this game, we are going to be, rolling dice, putting them onto an action rondelle, taking those actions over the course of the game, and slowly spreading and growing our garden. I'll give a breakdown of each garden zone, but this won't be a perfect teach. Instead, we're going to function a gameplay, talk you through kind of our thought process and the strategy that we're deploying, because we've each played a few times now.
Yeah.
And, we're actually in a bit of a heated competition. Last time we got 3 points away from each other.
Yeah.
It was what?
98 to 95.
I remember that. And it was sitting at 90. I forget who was at 98. Do you remember who was at 98?
Well, you just said you remembered that, so it was obviously me.
I remember the score. I don't remember who.
I have been getting better with each and every game, and my goal is to beat him this time.
I have stayed gently average with each and every game, which makes me concerned because she really has been improving every single time we've played. I'm going to go ahead and read the flavor text, and then we'll walk you through how the game functions. I'll have you do the rondelle system. I'll talk about the different locations on the board, and we're going to hang out. We're going to do a gameplay, and then we're going to swing into a review after that. Three Sisters is a beautifully illustrated strategic roll and write game about backyard farming. That is not flavor text. Where is the
rule book?
You want to start talking about the rondelle system while I find the flavor text?
The rondelle system. We are going to be rolling the dice, and then we are going to be allocating the dice on these different actions. The little farmer is going to be going just ahead of the dice, and then we're going to be taking turns. We're each going to take off one dice, and then we'll both get to take the lowest numerical actions. So, the actions that you can take. Starting with planting or water. You can take whatever die is here, and in that zone, plant 2 plants or water all the plants in the 4 zone. Shedding time allows you to take... It would help if you would talk about the boards, I think, a little bit.
Well, we're getting there.
Shedding allows you to take a shed action, which is basically cross off something among all of these bonuses that you can get. 1 compost and 4 goods allows you to cross off goods and compost. Compost allows you to modify dies, which can be really helpful. Apiary or fruit is another 2 bonus place actions with either bonus points or bonus actions. Shed time, another shed. Farmer's market, this, based on how many goods you start to accumulate, this action gets better and better and better. And then apiary fruit is apiary fruit, once again.
Yeah, so we'll be assigning dice to these different locations. You'll see that. We take the die. Every time you take a die, you're going to get a plant action with that die, whatever number that is, which is going to correspond to our first zone here, which is going to be the garden. The garden has 6 total locations with pumpkins, corn, and beans in them. And you start by planting, and then every water action, every rain action you take beyond that is going to grow them 1 level higher, meaning you're kind of trying to get a lot of seedlings started and then watch them all grow up by the end of the game, which has actually a really nice thematic overtone to it. Down here is going to be perennials. Perennials are unlocked by taking flower actions or, more specifically, completing different pumpkin patches. Now, the perennials are going to give you in-game bonuses, allowing you to take extra actions or get certain types of victory points, depending on how you've built the rest of your board. We have the apiary. The apiary is going to be where we're growing our bees, which are going to be harvesting and pollinating all the different landscape. The apiary starts off by just a simple single track upward, but then branches off into collecting wax, honey, and a split hive. Now, I haven't actually explored the apiary function before. I might try to do that this game.
I tried to explore it one of the first games. It didn't work out well for me, but I might try it again.
So we'll see how it goes. The fruit stand here is going to deal with harvesting apples, peaches, blackberries, and raspberries. Each one has their own unique bonus based on how you're collecting them, from getting more supplies to an insane amount of victory points, depending on if you are able to maximize them. You're going to have the shed location, which is going to be basically going to the harbor port and fleet. This is going to be the location where you get extra bonus victory points, extra supply for taking future actions, and also plan for things like, for instance, the seed spreader that allows you to plant 3 crops instead of 2 crops whenever you take a die action. There's a lot of escalation there. Then we have the goods. The goods, like you explained, is going to be a location where we slowly start getting bonus actions, but also whenever we take a farmer's market action, we'll get a reward based off how many goods we've produced. And composting lets us modify our die, unless, of course, we have the shovel unlocked, because then it lets us
extra actions,
to get
which
free
is
actions,
so valuable.
Which is really good.
All right, so shall we get started?
No.
No?
I found the flavor text, yes.
All right, well, I am still going to get started.
Companion planting. Planting certain mutually beneficial crops together is an agricultural practice that is widely used and praised for its efficiency and productivity in gardens across North America, and it traces its roots back thousands of years to the practices of the indigenous peoples who first grew crops in its soil. The most well-known practice of companion planting is the Three Sisters method, from which our game takes its name. Maize, corn, beans, and squash, often pumpkins, are the three sisters that care for one another as they grow. The corn stalks provide a lattice for the beans to climb, which fix nitrogen into the soil to feed the corn, and the large leafy vines of the squash provide a nice ground cover, protecting everything from weeds. This planting method was especially prominent among Mesoamerican nations and was even considered a sacred practice by several indigenous tribes and First Nations.
Awesome.
I think it's cool. I honestly think that the theming and integration of this game, the gardening mixed with the style of gardening and all the extra little mechanics you have.
I think it's really cool.
It works really well.
There's so many
together.
things that I haven't yet explored, like the shed. I'm going to try and do the shed.
Okay, do you want to explain what you just did?
I rolled the dice. The farmer started here, and so you put out the dice in ascending order. So you group them based on the numbers, which we have no duplicates. So it was a 1, a 2, a 4, and a 5. Put them on the rondelle, and then you move the farmer to the next one.
Yep.
And then the person who rolled the die is first player. They get to choose their die first. I'm going to pass this along to you so you know you roll the dice next time. And I was just deciding what I wanted to do.
So you have the option to do an apiary or fruit action, plant or water action, a shed time action, or a compost and goods action. And this is going to start setting the pace for where you're going to be investing in your plants, but also how you want to score towards the end of the game. So this decision, honestly, this sets the pace for everything.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the 4 and do a shed time.
Shed times are super valuable because we're already going to get a free shed action at the end of this.
Yeah,
which means you could go ahead and unlock a level 2. Now, here's the crux for me. Whatever I select as the second player is going to determine what bonus action I get. You always take a bonus action of the lowest available die. So, if I took the 4, we would get a bonus action of the 1. If I took the 1, we would get a bonus action of the 2. So I have to decide not only what I want to get, but also what I want to give her.
Now, in the 4 zone, I am going to start planting. And I am going
to take the 1 apiary or fruit location, and there will be a lot of us, like, scribbling on our sheets. We'll try to make sure we keep you in tune with what we're doing here. So I have an apiary action here.
Going to cross these off.
And now I get to plant 2 crops because I took that 1 die. I planted
2 in my 4 zone. And then, while he is deciding what crops to plant, we both get the 2, which is a plant or water. And so in the plant zone, knowing that there's going to be a couple rains coming forward, I am going to plant in the 2 zone.
Yeah, I'm also planting. Now you get the die action and you get the location action, and I'm actually planting all 4.
So am I.
Yeah, I figured you would as well.
2 in the beginning of the game, it doesn't hurt.
Getting that foundation bed. So the interesting thing about the corn and the beans is you have to plant all your corn to get it 2 stalks high before beans could grow next to it. So there's actually this puzzle of when and how early do you start every little part of your puzzle. Okay?
All right. And then
we take a free shed action. So let's go ahead and go through the shed options we have here. Mason jars are going to give us 1 item per blackberry harvested.
Pie safe, you get 1 good per apple or peach harvest.
The shovel is going to let you spend 3 compost for an extra action, which is fantastic.
I just unlocked.
Oh no.
The fruit bowl, for 1, 2, 3, or 4 different fruits, you get 1, 4, 7, or 10 different points.
And that's the difference of points that we've experienced in the game so far.
Yes.
Rain barrel, after rain, you water an additional zone.
Casserole dish, 1 point per 2 beans.
Okay, 1 point per 2 beans. Interesting.
And some of these we haven't gone for. And so
fancy labels, +1 flour at farmer's market. That's also very nice.
Hive tool, when taking the crocus flower action, you get a bonus apiary action.
Ooh, yes, interesting.
If you're wanting to go for apiary.
And crocus is going to give you a benefit to your composting.
Yep.
Next, we have the pitchfork. When taking the hydrangea compost action, you get 1 plus compost. Okay.
String hammer is just points. It's 6 points.
Yeah.
Wheelbarrow is 1 good after each shed action.
Okay. Mulch, take 1 flower instead of the rondelle action.
I don't know. I thought about doing that last game, but
I almost never want a flower over a rondelle.
However, if you paired that mulch, take a flower with the crocus, and then you do a bonus apiary, that might actually go nicely. I shouldn't speak that much out loud. A new tractor is 18 points.
We've both always went for new
Yes.
tractors, which could be a waste. I'm not sure.
I know.
I'm
We'll
curious.
see.
A carving kit is going to be 1 point per harvested pumpkin in the longest chain. Last time we played, I got 12
Really?
from that. Yep.
Wow, I didn't realize how much it can give. Seed spreader. When planting, plant up to 3 crops. I went for that in the beginning, and that was
is
nice.
a major one. So I think I'm actually going to go for the hive tool
Yeah.
early on. I'm curious about the apiary.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Rolling the dice, placing them down. We've got a 1, a double 2, and a 4.
And we'll have a rain action after this one.
Double 2, and a 4. So you do a farmer's market, shed time, or the apiary or fruits.
You get to pick first.
Ooh. The odds are I'll get a shed time action if I take the apiary or fruits action to start with.
Is that what you think?
I am going to do that. I'm taking this one. Apiary or fruits. So I'm going to go up, which is going to give me a free fruit action from the apiary.
Because it's going to rain, I actually am going to take the 2. I'm going to take a shed time, which I am going to take 1. I'm going to do that mulch. And then I get to plant 2. It's going to rain, so I'm going to plant my last 2 corn in my 2 section. And I should have a nice little sproutings.
Okay, and we're getting a bonus now
of a shed time. And another 2, which I'm going to have to water my whole 2, which is annoying. A shed time, I'm going to also go...
Trying to decide what I actually want to do. I mean, the 2, clearly I've got to go ahead and fill in this and that.
I have to water my 2 because everything's already planted, so 1, 2.
You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and take the mulch, which is interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I'll at least have it available. If I don't want to take the rondelle action, I could go take a flower action instead. It's nice to have that open.
I wish it was in addition.
But that would be so powerful.
Yeah.
Because the flower actions, like some of these can score you. Like if you get up on the iris, score 12 points from that. Okay,
right,
free rain action. So in the rain action, you're going to go through and you're going to basically grow every single one available.
Yep.
So this is where the game turns to us just scribbling on our boards.
Sadly, I don't max out anything.
You thought you'd max out something this turn?
No, I was hoping to... I planned it poorly.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Because my 2 zone...
My 2 zone is almost done.
Yeah, both of ours is.
Yeah, because we've had lots of 2s. All right, that was our raining action. Farmer's market will be next. Did you move this ahead? You did not.
No, he needs to move to here.
Tisk.
Ooh, 1, 1, 2.
1, 1, 2, 4. I'm gonna take 4 shed time.
We've invested too little in 1s and 2s.
All right.
The 1 would give me a double.
Which gives
Apiary
me
fruit. I'm gonna take this.
And then I'm also going to plant. That's with the 4, and then the shed time, I am going to cross this off.
And then I'm taking a apiary fruit action. And then both of us are going to get a bonus 1 zone.
Apiary or fruit.
Yep. So I'm getting a bonus apiary, which is going to give me 2 bonus fruits.
I'm going to take a fruit and start crossing off my raspberries. 1.
I'm crossing off mine too.
3.
I just got
and then,
2.
Oh, it was a 1 also.
Yes, I just got 2 free actions. And do I want to water?
I'm going to cross that off.
I'm going to go ahead and plant.
And plant that. The 1 gives me another good, which gives me a free action. Which I'm going to take this.
And I have 2 bonus actions. Now, the bonus actions you get for stars, I cannot actually use in my garden to plant or water.
Yep.
But I could use them anywhere else. And because I'm working on this...
I'm ready.
I could do... We're doing a farmer's market action this turn. Which
Where was
means
he?
I'd want to be 20 or above.
He was over here. And it is your turn.
One moment, I'm doing my math. I could get up another 9. 9 would get me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 away from the extended bonus there. So I think then...
I'm going to take my farmer's market action. I have 5 already, 5 goods, which allows me to take a flower and a compost. I will take that compost, and when I take the crocus, I can get another apiary, so I'm going to take that as my flower action, which gives me 2 compost, 1 compost, 2 composts, and then I also get an apiary action.
You already did your farmer's market?
Yeah.
Okay, my farmer market is going to be a flower and a compost. So I'll get 1 compost dot here. And then for the flower, I think I'm going to go up the iris track because the plus or minus water 1 zone is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's also 12 points if you get to the top.
That is also true.
Your turn to roll. And we're gonna have rain next.
Okay, 1, 1, 4, 5. This goes to the front, and I get to select first. I don't need those ones.
You don't want compost and 4 goods?
I definitely don't need those ones. I mean, it's nice to have the extra goods. I think I need the shed time. I'm gonna take the 5, or do I do the apiary? I'm gonna take the 4. Yeah, I'm gonna take the 4 on the apiary.
I'm going to take the 5 shed time. So in my 5 zone, we're going to have rain after this.
We are.
I might make that into a 4, actually, and plant in my 4s. And so I'm going to cross off a compost, which plus or minus 1 die, and then I'm going to cross off a 4 and a 4, and then I took the shed time action, which I'm gonna go for these fancy labels. So I took the 5, I took the shed time action, and now we each get 1 compost and 4 goods.
And a bonus of 1.
Yep, 4 goods, 1.
And I'm going to actually spend
3, 4,
3 compost.
And the ones I am going to plant
to make that die a 4.
1 and a 1.
And then I get a bonus 1, which is going to give me a bonus star that I could use. And I'm going to use that on my crocus, which is going to give me 2 more compost.
I am going to spend
but more importantly,
3 composts on an extra action. My extra action is going to be what extra action?
I'm going up the apiary track.
You are?
Yep.
I'm going to take the extra action to bump on the apiary, which gives me a fruit action. My fruit action I'm going to take here to get me 3 goods, which gives me another bonus action, which I'm going to take in the shed.
Okay, and now we're raining?
And now we're raining.
All right, so it's going to be
let it rain.
It's going to be a bump on...
And I'll be rolling the die this time.
Every location.
Yep. This and this.
I am starting to harvest some of my crop, which might be around too early.
And yeah, same. Every zone in my 2 zone is all maxed out except for any of the beans. But I do get 3 goods. 1, 2, 3, so I get a spare action, which I'm going to go over here.
I didn't get any goods from this.
And then I get an iris as well, which allows me... Where's my iris? Iris is an additional compost, so that's nice. For an additional compost, I did those zones, and now this zone ticks up. 1, get 3 goods. 1.
See, this is the
2,
part of the game where we're
3.
just... Basically, it starts popping, and every location's like, this gives me water here, this gives me a flower here, that flower lets me take a shed action, that shed action gets me compost, that compost allows me to... And there's points where it's just like you do 80 things all at once. which is very rewarding for a roll and write. Like, it's kind of nice because you just see it
All right, I have filled.
almost get out of your control like a garden.
I have filled it all.
Okay.
That was a lot. All right, rolling dice.
6, 6, 4, and 1.
1, 4, 6. And now, interestingly enough, I think I'm going to take this farmer's market action.
The 1.
Do I want it? We're getting a farmer's market action after this. But with my farmer's market action, I get bonus flowers. No. You're probably not going to take that one. You want the apiary because you've been racking up that track. The 4s actually do help me. The 6s don't help me as much. I'm going to take a 4. Apiary or fruit.
Okay. It's a little rude of you.
I appreciate that. Then I'm going to plant some beans. 1, 2, and then apiary or fruit.
So,
I think I'm going
to do one of the 6s. It's going to let me plant or water. I could plant twice in my 6s.
going to take a fruit. It gives me 3 goods. 1, 2, 3, which takes me up to the next level of that. It also gives me a bonus action, which I am going to take in the apiary.
Okay, and then we both get a 1
Farmer's
and a
market.
farmer's market. I definitely don't need the 1 for anything, so I'm going to use my mulch to take a flower action instead.
We are going to have another rain.
So flower action here.
I might actually water in my 1 instead of 1.
And I get to go up the apiary action once,
1,
because I took the crocus action,
and that gives me 2 good.
which is going to give me a free
2.
bonus action.
And a hydrangea, which the hydrangea is a bonus apple, which cross off an apple. And then it was a farmer's market action. It's a farmer's market.
It's a 1 farmer's
I
market
did the 1
action.
already, and then the farmer's market action, I have 20 something. So I get a flower and a bonus fruit, and I get a second flower when I'm at the farmer's market. So
Flower, I want to take another crocus action,
I am going
which lets me go up the apiary track.
to, I'm going to do that same thing. So 1 flower gives me a compost, and it's a crocus, so I get fruit. I get 3 fruits and 1 more flower. I'm going to take the hyacinth, which gives me 2 goods, which I have 3 fruits now, and 1 extra action. I'm going to take the extra action up here in apiary, and then 3 fruits. I am going to take 1, 2, 3 fruit. All right.
Okay. Ready to roll?
Yeah.
Do we do the? We didn't do the bonus farmer's market action, right? Because we get another one at the end of this.
Correct. We did not. Oh boy.
Oh man.
Okay.
So that bonus farmer market is going to be, I'm at 20. So
I'm at 25.
a flower and another fruit.
So I get 2 flowers. Well, 2 flowers.
Why do you get 2 flowers? It's
I
insane.
took the fancy label.
Oh.
2 flowers and a fruit.
Well, I'm doing
My
crocus
fruit,
again.
I'm taking this.
Plus
and
2
then
compost.
A flower, I am going to take.
Get a bonus action because I unlocked it on my goods track.
Flower. I'm going to take a crocus.
I think I'm going to go ahead and do
Which gives me 2 compost.
some
1,
mason jars.
2. 1 flower. My second flower, I'm going to get 2 goods. 1, 2. And then when I take the crocus, I get a bonus apiary, which I am going to go up. Which track have you gone up? I'm going to
I'm going up them all.
1, which gives me 2 more of these. 1, 2. And then I'm going to take a bonus action. 1, 2,
Oh, you have that unlocked as well?
3.
The shovel?
Yep. And cross off another apiary, which gives me 4 more goods, which should give me 1, 2, 3, 4. which I will take another bonus action. I'm going to take a crocus. It's just circles now. Which the crocus then gives me another apiary. Alrighty.
2s
and 3s.
And 3s. And I pick first,
Yep.
right? Could do a shed time, or I could do a 1 compost, 4 goods.
Options.
If I do the shed time, I guarantee, but I really don't need a 2. Although I don't mind planting beans. It's not the worst.
How have you been going for the tractor?
Huh?
Why didn't you start marking your tractor on top?
I don't know. Or do I take the 3? I think, I'm going to go for the 2 shed time.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because then I get 1 shed time action.
I'm actually also going to do that. The 2. And a shed time. Either way, I'll get both actions. So, a 2. I'm going to plant some beans. 1, 2. The shed time.
And then I get a 3 and a compost and 4 goods.
I'm going to fill out the pitchfork with my shed time. I did the 2. I did the shed time, and then the 3 is a compost and 4 goods.
I'm changing the 3 to a 2.
1 compost, 4 goods, 1, 2.
And I have a bonus action from the goods.
I have a bonus action as well. I am going to...
I'm going to go ahead and use it here in the split hive, which is going to let me plant any one zone.
I'm going to mark up my hydrangea as a fruit, and when I do the hydrangea, I get another compost. And then I'm going to cross off 3 compost.
And I planted in my 6s.
Do that again, which gets me a bonus blackberry action. And another compost. And where's my blackberries? And that'll be points over there. All right.
Okay. We
get another shed.
Shed time action.
I don't need sheds more. All right. We're gonna go with a string tree. 1 shed action. Cool.
Okay. Your roll?
Oh, what was the good compost? It was a 3. I didn't take the 3.
You didn't? Okay.
No. Sorry.
I moved it down to a 2. I paid for that.
I'm taking 3s. That and that. All right. Now.
Turn to roll. Only a few rounds left. 3 4s and 2s.
2, 3, 4.
What are you gonna take?
I think I'm gonna take this 3 shed time. This.
Could guarantee myself that
And then
2.
the 3, I'm gonna fill up here. 1, 2, which gives me a good and a tulip.
Yeah.
The tulip gives me
Taking the 4.
bonus fruit. And then the bonus fruit that I'm gonna take is an apple.
And then I planted with a 4, and then I'm going to be able to take a farmer's market. I'm
And then we
sitting
both
at
get an apiary or a fruit, correct?
31. Sad. I still get a flower and a fruit.
What are you taking? You took a farmer's market? Okay. And then we get a 3 apiary or fruit. I'm gonna take an apiary up here, which gives me 4 goods. 1, 2.
So how do I escalate this?
I have a bonus action and then a 2. The 2, I'm going to plant some more beans. 1, 2, and then I have a bonus action, which my bonus action, I think I am going
by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is going to check that box. So I get another free one. I'm going to do this one here, which is going to be fruit times 3. So
I'm going to take this.
let's go ahead and do 1, 2,
Well, actually, I'm gonna have done the crocus over here.
3, which gives
I
me 3
believe.
more. 1,
I
2,
don't
3.
think I'm getting a crocus anytime soon.
And then
I'm
we
going
get
to
a
take the crocus, which gives me a free apiary, which I will have checked off
2
up there.
and an apiary. I'm going to make that 2 into a 6 by paying 3. All right, 2 to 1 to 5.
2 to 1 to 6.
2 to 1 to 6, so
That's
2.
2.
Okay. Taking a water action here.
Did we take a shed action last time? I think we did.
We did.
So it's a farmer's market action this time, right?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, I did the 2. Now I have to do an apiary or fruit action.
3 flowers and 1 compost.
And the apiary action is going to be up here to split the hive.
Flowers.
Plant or water times 2. So I'm going to go ahead and
2, 3, which gives me raspberry, peach,
going to plant
and a raspberry,
all of them.
which is 1.
You're doing the farmer's market action?
Yep. I did
Okay,
farmer's-
so
and
farmer's
free
market for
action.
me is going to be at 35, 2 flowers, and 1 compost.
Yep, I had 3 flowers. And then I get a bonus action. For my bonus action, I will take
2 flowers, triggers that shed. Okay,
what are the hydrangeas? Oh, I get an extra compost. I just did 3. 1, 2, 3. 1,
I should have done, here, I'm
2,
kind of changing something.
3.
I went up, and I marked this. That would have given me 2 here, which then would have given me the free action for the shed. Still even. Just
And
one
then-
more flower done.
I had an extra bonus action, and that was what I was just deciding to take. I'm going to take this daffodil, which gives me a free shed action. And then I am probably also going to cross off 1, 2, 3, and take a water action.
That's so powerful.
And then I am going to water. We only have 1 more rain, so
I almost think that shovel is like a must-have.
I'm curious if it's only once per round.
The
It
shovel?
doesn't say.
Spend 3 compost for 1 action. Even if it was just once for, I mean, still.
And then I watered my 4 zone.
I can check right now. Clarifications. At any time, you can spend 3 compost to take a bonus action. Score 1 point at the end of the game. Nope.
And then I get a daffodil. Put it over here. And 3 goods. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Ready?
Yes.
Alright.
Last
Last
round.
round. Go ahead and roll.
I think me, you.
And I get to pick.
Yeah, this moves ahead. It was
Moves to here. 2, 2, 2. Wow.
the opposite.
Yeah, not a lot of options here. Apiary or fruit, and then plant or water on the 2s, which I don't need. I'm gonna take the apiary or fruit for 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it prevents you from doing some stuff as well, which
It does.
which is nice.
All right, I'm taking a 2, planting or watering.
You know, what's the right way to do this? I definitely don't need the 1, but I could go ahead and do. I'm going to change the 1 to a 6. That lets me do an additional water here.
This is so annoying. Nothing is going to be helpful here. All right, I will plant this in the 2. And then it's another 2, plant or water. I'm going to use a compost.
And then apiary or
to
fruit.
Take this to 1.
Think we've got to go ahead and do.
2. Basically got 2 plants or waters. And then it's another one because
Apiary action.
it's another 2 plant water. So I am going to water.
Now, I also
Water.
got 2 from that pumpkin.
Water. water, which gives me 3 goods. 1, 2, 3. A bonus action and a crocus. My crocuses are all maxed out.
And now it's a 2 plant or water. I'm going to ignore the plant or water ability, I think.
I had to cross off a compost to do it again in the 1. And then...
And I'm just going to take a flower action.
And then I'm also going to take a flower action because I can do that instead of the rondelle action. I used the 2, and I have a free action.
That flower action will give me a free apiary action.
I am going to take this flower action, and then with my free one, I'm going to bump that up to there, which gives me 2 goods. 1, 2.
But then I can do the 2 to plant or water, but I could also change the math on it. I need to change the math on it. I want crocuses. Where are crocuses? You're a crocus.
I'm done. I'm going to take my final rain action.
You're starting your final rain action now?
Let it rain.
I'm going to change that 2 to a 5.
Let it rain.
Which is going to let me go ahead and plant here.
Rain.
And just one of these, which will never trigger, but that's okay.
Rain, which gives me 2. 1, 2, and it's a free action.
Okay,
And
I
additionally,
think
I get a hyacinth.
I believe I am also doing my rain action.
Iris.
So this is where it starts escalating crazy.
And a hyacinth. I get a free action
1,
as well.
2,
And
3.
in this zone, I get to rain out. Rain.
Doing an arrow so I can see where I started.
Rain.
Rain.
And then my free action comes from down there.
3.
What do I want to do? I've already maxed out the crocuses and the hydrangeas as well.
1, 2.
I need another compost,
Rain.
which isn't helpful.
Rain. Rain. Rain.
I
2,
need
3.
a water.
Rain.
How can I get it?
Rain. I love my crops just coming in, Shira.
Ooh. I can plus or minus water
1.
1 zone. I don't think that's going to get me the
I
points
have
though that
3.
I need.
I have 3 bonus actions from crops already coming in.
Yeah. Good for you. That's going to get me that most amount of points, I think, right there.
So I resolved that. I've still got 3 bonus actions there, which I'm going to use in just a little bit. I need to go ahead and resolve my flowers, though. So I get a crocus.
I believe I'm done.
Okay. When I take a crocus action, I get an apiary action. Then I get a hydrangea, which is going to give me an apple action. Then I get a tulip, which is going to give me a fruit action. For that fruit action, I'm going to take a blackberry, which is going to give me another one of these. Then I get a haycrinth, which fills in there. Then I get a daffodil,
All right, I think I have.
which fills in here, which is going to give me a shed action. Then I get a crocus, which is already full. Oh, I missed that by 1. Hydrangea up here, which is going to give me nothing. An iris, which is going to give me plant water plus 1 zone. Whew, that's all my flowers. So I'm sitting at 3 bonus actions right now. Okay, so how can I use these bonus actions? Well, I could get one for free just by taking this.
I believe I have one more compost that I didn't take from my hydrangea, which...
So I still have 3 bonus actions.
It won't get me what I need. Get me more 5 points. I
We'll do...
just tallied it, and I am short 1 compost, which I will take
2 of them on the daffodils, which
Do
is going to
that.
give me a shed action for free.
All right, now I calculate.
1 bonus point left. And I think I've got to just go ahead and take that full harvest of honey.
I'm starting to calculate.
You're doing the math?
Yeah.
I finished mine as well. All right, I'm going to grab my phone over here.
3.
I feel like this is my best game yet. What are your thoughts?
I think it's your best game. Yes. I would
Oh,
agree.
great. Thank you.
I would agree.
So in the garden, I'm going to add up all the points I get from beans and from corn. So plus 4 plus 4 plus 4.
And I took all the bonuses.
3.
Oh, I needed one more water.
Plus
And I didn't have it.
4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus.
I don't like that sound.
2. So 48 points just from the garden. Then, from down here in the flowers, perennials, it's points for every completed hierarchy. So it's going to be another 10 points.
What did you get? What do you mean? Oh, completed hierarchy, yeah.
Up here in the apiary, it's going to be points for every ribbon. So we're going to add 18, 3, plus another 4. From the fruit, it's going to be the ribbons as well. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, plus another 3. And then over here, we get points for what's finished. So 1 ribbon, 3, 4, plus 18. I have to say, I like the apiary.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, that's higher than I've ever gotten before.
I can't math anymore. 2, 4, 6, 12, 13. Okay. I think you got it, but...
Oh, I got it. Wow, your best score as well, though.
I'm still getting better.
104 to 118.
Wow.
We both passed our past scores.
Yeah.
Now, here was the crux for me.
Yeah.
I went high on the apiary.
Yeah.
I really focused in on that, and there could have been other ways to score, but I was able to stagger plant. I used my compost to get as much of these so they were all growing together on rain, and that was big.
Yeah.
Because that's where our points are different.
6 points here.
Well, look at our difference. 34 to 48.
Yeah.
That was where our point difference was. Well, you went high on flowers.
I went high on flowers. Yeah.
There's a lot of different little pathways here.
It's so fun.
I like how it grows all together.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is.
Cool.
3 sisters.
Cool. Thank you
so
for
much for watching. Whatever the case, whatever you do, check out our video.
Yeah, do that.
Where we do
the review video.
Yeah,
there's
check out the review.
like other things you could watch.
Remember to do the important
we're not
thing.
going to say goodbye to you. Don't go play games at the moment. You got to continue watching
Get on
Quackalope
play,
content.
watch some videos.
Just
We'll
watch
see you
more
next
videos,
time.
definitely.
Thank you.
Bye.